My name's Liam, I'm 41 years of age. I was 40 when I initially started losing my hair. It's about 18 months ago now. Had a couple of small patches that my wife noticed. Went along to the GP, got the steroids, started applying that. Didn't make any difference. Went back to the GP, referred me to a consultant. Went along there. She said I've got to have some biopsies, so she didn't give me anything, any kind of treatment at the time, so waited, went back for the biopsies. They said that it was scarring alopecia, so the hair definitely wouldn't return. She wasn't really bothered. She said that was just cosmetic, and you know, she wasn't concerned about the hair loss. She was just worried of any underlying issues, which is fair enough. But for me, obviously, I'd lost a good proportion of my hair by this point, so I decided to shave it all off. It was winter at the time, wasn't it? I think so. Sort of took to wearing a woolly hat most of the time. And then as it progressed, I just started wearing a cap sort of permanently. Just didn't want anyone to see my head really. Just got a weird pattern sort of emerging, lots of little islands and patches. Anyway, it was sort of starting to affect the family really, wasn't it? And you know, you get worried, you know, if you're going to be invited to anywhere, you know, where you can't dress casual, you know, wedding, funeral, somewhere you can't wear a hat, would have been a bit difficult for me.
He's been so quiet. I know it's all about his hair loss. Basically, you know, we were looking for a miracle.
Yeah.
And I googled, you know, solutions for hair loss, and Brandwood clinic came up first. Literally, straight before my eyes, I was like amazed, and I showed you, didn't I? Yeah. And we said, this, you know, we've got to give this a go. This is going to be for us. I gave Simon a call. I was literally that day an emotional wreck because we had had a bad few days. And when I rang Simon right away, I just felt he helped so much. My words to my mum last week was he's my guardian angel. And we got back from Brandwood, we had our consultation last week, and when we got back last week, we both felt like we'd had a weight lifted off our shoulders, and that is from the heart. I can genuinely say that. And we feel we can start living again without thinking about hats, caps. You know, it has literally been an emotional roller coaster, but I feel Brandwood Clinic's the answer.
It's been fantastic. Treatment's all finished and just brilliant. Blown away with the results. We can't believe it, really, can we?
No.
You know, no one can tell. It just really is. People are just like, oh, you've shaved your hair. It's fantastic, and although I may not have my hair back, I've certainly got my life back.
On Christmas morning, we went to visit Liam's relatives, an annual visit, and Steve, Liam's brother-in-law, he turned round and said to him, "Oh, you've shaved your head off, Liam." He said, "I tell you what, time enough to do that when you start losing your hair." And we were like, brilliant, you know, that's how it really is. It's just, it was amazing, wasn't it? And I think that in itself, it just boosts your confidence, doesn't it? All these things that
absolutely.
Everybody has just been, you know, they can't believe it. They just think because he has shaved his head, there's been no question whatsoever. It's just, oh, you've shaved your head. And the ones that know, that they literally...
Yeah, they can't believe it, really.
A lad that works for Liam, you took your cap off, didn't you, a few months ago now, and said, this is where I've been going every Saturday. And he was like, that's a tattoo?
Yeah, she couldn't believe it.
Lily, our youngest, she turned around to Liam a few months again after treatment, the first few months after treatment, and she said, Daddy, your hair's grown back.
Yeah.
And it was just...
Yeah, she does, and she keeps asking me now, why are you, whenever I'm shaving my hair, like, kind of, she's like, Daddy, why are you shaving your hair? Just let it grow.
Yeah, it really has. And Reese is just... Because I think at first it was really playing on Reese's mind, wasn't it? But it's just back to his normal self. I think it did affect him, you know, seeing Daddy with like these patches on his head. But, he's accepted the fact as Daddy's hair's grown back now as well. And all good. Brilliant. Absolutely.
Can't thank Simon and Paul enough. They're brilliant.
His confidence has returned to how it was before he started to lose his hair. It literally has, which, it's just amazing. It really is. I just feel like I have got my husband back, and we're just brilliant, absolutely fantastic.
My advice to anybody would just be, come and get it done. That's probably the only regret I've got, is that when we originally found out about this treatment, I didn't come in straight away and get sorted, because it's just such a difference, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah. So anybody, just make that call to Simon, and you'll never regret it, I can assure you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It really has changed our lives, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%.